I hope y'all are inviting your friends, and I hope you're enjoying the weather too. I'm actually taking a minute. I won't say never. I rarely get a minute. Hey, Chicago, Wisconsin, Texas. Oh no, Kansas, I'm sorry. I don't usually get a minute to do this. This is one of my favorite things when the weather's nice, even if it's a little chilly, just getting outside, getting some vitamin D, just chilling. Oh, Arizona, I know it's nice out there. I know it is. I need to move there. It's always hot. I'm a hot weather girl. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about social media just for a minute. So I'll just say this to start out, and excuse me, I have my braces in. Yay! I keep getting yelled at for not wearing them. It's the only bad thing about Invisalign. Alright, so I just wanted to say a couple of things about social media, and especially for you new people out there who maybe aren't sure how to do it, like brand new, or even some of you oldies who maybe could use a few tips or don't understand how. I'm going to talk primarily about Facebook because that's what I utilize the most. I have an Instagram, I get business off of it, but not a lot, so that's not my forte. But one of the things I want to talk about is breaking the algorithm of Facebook. And so you can't just post and know that all of your friends are going to see your posts. Really, only about 7% of your friends will see any given post. And so there's a few ways that you can beat the system, and I want to talk about one of the ways, or how to kind of do that, and then also how to be thoughtful. So you might want to take some notes while I'm talking about this. And anyway, so when you are posting, I've seen a lot of people just do like a text post, no picture or anything. That will not catch people's eye, let me just tell you. So every post that I do on Facebook has a picture on it, some kind of picture. All right, and you want to do that. And then also in the body of your post, like the actual like text, the words that you're putting, you want to start with an emoji of some sort. Okay. What also helps beat the system is if you put, hey, I'm feeling, you know, the little face, little icon that you can do, feeling something, you know, make sure you're feeling something, feeling excited, feeling pumped, feeling fabulous, whatever that might be. If your spouse is not opposed to it, or your significant other, tag that person, because you potentially, they might have friends that you don't have, and so you're more likely to get more views, especially if you guys have some of the same mutual friends as well. Now, about tagging people, do not go in and tag people that you don't know, or hold on, let me get this person out of here. All right, do not tag people you don't know, or people you want to make sure that they see the post. Don't do that. Do not do that. People don't like that. People don't like to be tagged and stuff. And that's another thing I want to talk about on social media, is being thoughtful, and I'll get to that in a minute. But okay, so to make sure that your posts are being seen, you want to have a picture. Okay, a picture. You want to, if it's a product post, then make sure it is either a before and after that is compliant, okay, something that is corporate approved, or it's you using the product. Okay, so if I'm taking greens, I have a cup of greens and I'm drinking it, or I'm holding it, you actually using the product. Not, I wouldn't suggest often using the pictures that are very commercial looking, adsy looking. That's not attractive. People don't want to be sold something. They want to see you having results from something, and then they want to use it too. Okay, so that would be my suggestion for actual posts, like how to beat the system and how to get more people to see your posts. Now, the other thing is that you really need to be consistent, and so this takes me to my next point. I totally stole this from many other leaders. A lot of people in It Works do this, the 3-3 rule. So my bare minimum posting each day on Facebook is in the morning. I do 3 posts, and sometimes they're back to back, sometimes they're within 30 minutes, but you know, relatively close together. So I personally like to put something like inspirational or girl power or shouting out to entrepreneurs and working your business with integrity. So I usually do that first. Then I do a product post. And again, when I do a product post, I make sure that it is me using the product, or it is a before and after. That's legit, that's compliant, that you can't get in trouble with from corporate. Okay, so that would be a product post. And on my post, personally, I don't usually say, or I don't usually do like a call to action. Like, I only have 2 spots. I know that works for some people, and that's great. Feel free to do that. I'm not speaking against that. I just personally don't do that a whole lot. Okay. Secondly, you knew what? I'm confused. Secondly, when you're doing a business post, again, I don't do those little like wordsy, like join my team for $99. I don't do a lot of that. When I talk about business posts, I'm talking about what my work day looks like. So right now I could take a picture of me sitting here on my lawn chair on my deck with my dogs, and I'm working from my phone in the sun, and that's legit. Like, that's legit how I'm working. Oh, okay, thank you, thanks for clearing. Yeah, I don't always do that. I won't say that I never do a call to action, but most of the time I don't do a call to action, because I want to draw people in. That's the whole point. Like, I don't want to be a shark, and I don't want to be like hounding people, and I don't want to, I run social media for my church. What do you recommend or think of that? Well, I'm just really talking about our business right now. So, so I don't usually do a call to action. I won't say 100% of the time. So I'll just put that out there. Also, then, okay, so I do that in the morning. I was talking about business posts. So I also talk about what it does for me. I post about, like, my husband being able to read to our kids anytime they want, because we're a stay-at-home family. Or I post about being able to sleep in until 8:30. That's what time I slept till today. And not having to set an alarm clock. My kids being my alarm clock. Those are the kind of business posts I'm talking about. There are other kinds of business posts put out there, and I do other kinds as well. So I do that in the morning. That's the bare minimum. Then in the evening time, when a lot of people are on Facebook, and I would say anywhere from like, 7 to 10 o'clock in the evening, another set of 3. The 3-3 rule. So 3 in the morning, 3 at night. It works. Global. So now in between there, I'm still posting, y'all. I'm still posting about what I'm doing that day, or I'm posting, if something just strikes me, I post it. If it's product, business related, stay-at-home family related, I just post it. But this is also a great time for you to post things that are just individual to you, because people will follow you, or people will want to see your stuff or like your stuff or engage with you if you have similar or common interests. And that goes for Instagram too. So like, if you're into fashion, if you're into dogs, you know, having pets or whatever, if you're into yoga, whatever it is, you know, do that. All right. Okay, so here's another thing. You need to add new people. You want your audience to grow. You want, you don't want to limit yourself to the people that you actually know. And social media is like a whole world of people that you could engage. And so I don't go in and add people like crazy. I just don't do that. I try to add a couple people, a handful of people every single day at least. And I try to also start engaging with them, so liking and commenting, and not going to it works first, not talking about the business in any shape or form, but hey, your kids are so cute, or oh my gosh, you're my long lost twin, coffee is my favorite thing too, you know, things like that. And and engaging people first, okay? So don't go straight for the jugular, and I do not teach to cold message. And let me clarify what cold message is. Cold messaging is, and this just happened a couple weeks ago to a guy that's been on my team almost from the beginning. Shout out Nate Tucker. Somebody had friend requested him and sent him a cold message. They did not even take the time to look at his profile to see that he was a Networks distributor and has been for several years. And so that's not what I teach. I've heard that other people on other teams will say, I'm not going to help you if you're not cold messaging 50 people a day. That is not good for business. You're making It Works have a bad name on social media. That is not thoughtful. That is not good business. I have never felt comfortable doing that, and I just won't do that. So what you do is you build relationships, and some people think, oh, that takes forever, it's so much work, but in the end, you're getting quality people, and you're setting yourself up for success rather than failure, because people are gonna be like, oh, all those It Works people, they just friend request, and then they send me a message about signing up with them, and that's not what people like. So I know there's other companies out there who teach other things, like adding people to private groups, and people are tired of that. Between people just being completely thoughtless and friend requesting and not even checking them out, and blitzing other, fellow distributors in the same company, and then being added to a bazillion groups a day, nobody likes that. So that's not going to get you business. That's going to turn people off to what you do and to network marketing and to your company. So just don't do that. It's not smart. Okay? It's not good business. I have to make notes, so let me make sure I'm not forgetting something. Here's another thing. Like, don't put your drama out there. Facebook is not a diary. Facebook is not a diary. How do I feel about posting groups? As long as you're allowed to do that, I think that's a great way to do that. You can't do it in like these online yard sale sites. So you can't do it in a group where you can buy a used couch. It's kind of like the general rule. And if you're unsure about that, please check policies and procedures in your eSuite. But there are some groups that are like just for network marketers, and they like put their stuff out there. So it depends on the rules of the group, and it also depends on if this site is like selling like used things. If it's a yard sale site, you're not supposed to do that. So yeah, going back to not posting drama and negativity, that's not attractive to people. People come on and get off. I don't know if y'all have friends, but I have friends that have gotten on and come off of Facebook because they're so tired of hearing everybody like gossip and gripe and complain and the drama. And so if you're going to participate in that, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot with your business. People aren't going to be attracted to that. And so don't put your drama out there. Even if you're having a bad day and you want to vent so badly, don't do that. Don't do that because people aren't attracted. What about people that share tons of other non-business related posts in a box down? Oh yeah, that's a great point. Like, you should be balanced. Yeah, you should totally be balanced. You shouldn't just do all business, and you shouldn't just do like one business post and then you've got 25 posts about your kids or random crazy stuff that's out there on Facebook. No, like totally be balanced. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, post about or refrain also, especially with the political situation we have going on right now. Like, you can really isolate people by putting these like extreme political posts out there. And so yes, you have the right to freedom of speech, but if you're going to use Facebook for your business, I really don't feel like it's a wise decision to for instance bash one particular candidate. Okay, so like, we all like totally have a right to our opinion, and I feel like there are some things that are kind of neutral, that are just thought-provoking, but when in doubt, just don't post. Like, you're just gonna engage and upset people, and people don't have, hey girl, people just don't have couth necessarily. Like, they don't know like not to run their mouths, or they don't know how to argue in a respectful way, and you can't control that. So don't put it out there. Don't create drama by doing that. Even if that's not your original intention, by posting controversial issues out there like that, people will at some point be turned off. Okay? What else? Always be positive, encouraging. So when you're engaging people, you know, if somebody's going through a tough time, like, just be encouraging. Always have something positive to say. I really feel like there's not enough positive people in the world. You know, people aren't like encouraging each other. They're quick to talk about you behind your back or things like that. And I just really feel like if we had more positivity, more encouragement, that people would make better decisions. People would feel supported. They probably wouldn't make extreme choices if there was more of that out there. So yeah, bottom line, post, make sure you have a picture, make sure you're starting with an emoji, make sure you're saying you're feeling, watching something. Make sure, I didn't say this, but I'll add this. Make sure you're thinking about the people that you want to attract into your business, customers or distributors, and what would they be looking for? What would they like to see from you? What aspect of your life do they want to see? And I say that carefully because I don't ever want someone to be fake or not be authentic. So always be authentic, always be real, but think about those people. Think about what would be attractive. So I got to sleep till 8:30 today. Most people got up and went to work, probably had to get up 5, 5:30, 6, 6:30, 7 even. That's a good part of what we do, that I don't have to set an alarm. I don't have to get up when I don't want to. I can sleep in and make my husband get up with the kids and feed them breakfast if I want. That's a great aspect of the business. Being able to take trips and work from the beach. I mean, that's attractive to people who love to go to the beach, people who don't like being trapped in an office. Think of what they're seeing, what they're getting from you, and project what you would think that they would be attracted to. All the while still being authentic, still being you, still being real. And a little side note, stop copying and pasting exactly other people's posts. Do not do that because you will inevitably have mutual friends with other distributors, whether they're on your team or not. And if everybody's posting the same thing that Jocelyn Yates posts or Alyssa Bellew posts or whomever, then it's like they're like, oh, that's so spammy, that's not real. Okay, so be you. Get ideas, get inspiration. Listen, y'all, I go to their pages and can you wait and post them in days or a week? I don't quite understand. Give me a little more information there. I don't quite understand your question. Use it for inspiration. You can steal the picture and add your own verbiage. Change stuff around and make it, yeah, exactly. Change stuff around and make it your own post. That's exactly right. That's exactly what I'm saying. So use their picture, use your own words. Can you wait and use it later? Well, I just don't really suggest, I mean, yeah, I guess you can do that. I mean, it's totally up to you. That's a good question because I don't really know how to answer that. But you see when somebody posts something and then you see like 100 other distributors posting the exact same thing. That's what I'm saying don't do. And most of those leaders recycle their posts, FYI. So they have like maybe 10, 20, 30 posts that they use, and they reuse those posts each week or every couple of weeks or every couple of days. So create your own and do the same thing. Get inspiration from those people, but come up with your own. Use your own words. Post good pictures. Like today, I would not be taking a picture of myself because I don't have makeup on. You probably can't see because of the sunglasses, but when you're fixed up and ready to go, take a couple extra pictures, or if you're doing family stuff, extra pictures so that you can use those for posts later. Okay? Just build up your own repertoire. Any other questions? I hope this helped y'all Do you personally message people who like your posts? Yeah, I do. I don't, if it's somebody like I've never met and I just friended them on Facebook, I don't necessarily do that right away. I try to engage and create a relationship and have some back and forth, and maybe even private message about something else before I actually will message them about the business, so that I don't look like I'm completely thoughtless and I only friended them to get something out of them, if that makes sense. Any other questions? Hey. No? Alright, well, you're welcome. I hope this helped y'all. Be thoughtful, guys. Don't just put anything out there. Really think about it. Make your stuff quality stuff, and people will, you will get what you want. And be consistent. That's the most important. Be consistent. If you post like really well for a couple of days and then you don't for a couple of days, people are going to wonder why. So don't. Stay consistent every single day. Set alarms on your phone, whatever you need to do to make sure you do it, okay? Hope you guys have a great Wednesday. That's what day it is. Hump day. Happy hump day. I don't even know what day it is. Enjoy the weather if you have good weather. Talk to you guys. Thing off.